Welcome to the Truth Unfiltered USA.
Today we will look into
Israel and America, two nations born in defiance of oppression, two people bound by the same promise, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Today, as anti-Israel sentiment rises in America, we need to ask, why does this matter to us? Why does this matter to America? Since the founding of our republic, the United States of America has supported the right of free people to govern themselves, and Israel embodies that same principle in the heart of the Middle East. But look around. The far right claims Israel manipulates global politics, while the far left paints it as an oppressor. Same as to say about us Americans, while time has shown that we've indeed had selected few politicians and agencies such as the USAID who have acted against our values. We all know that we the people have never been too keen on being involved into foreign wars. Both narratives miss the truth. From a centrist, America First perspective, Israel isn't perfect, neither are we. No country is, but it's our most reliable partner in a region dominated by regimes that suppress freedom, women's rights, democracy, and who openly call for death to America. Let's be honest, these very regimes have been enriched and empowered by the generations of oligarchs, and now the leftists, communists, and the warmongers within our nation, and by our own money buying petroleum. The question is, have we become so gullible that we will allow our adversaries to manipulate us into dividing us from allies who help us protect and defend Western values? This matters deeply because what's under attack isn't just Israel, it's us, our way of life, our values, our culture. It's the very idea of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Standing with Israel means standing for the principles that built this nation: freedom of thought, faith, and speech. I am not talking about the new nonsense of debauchery, libertinism, immoral relativism, glamorizing indulgence, absence of God. I'm talking about the values that built this nation, Judeo-Christian values. And when those values are targeted anywhere in the world, it's not a foreign issue. It's an American one. Israel's people are indigenous to their land, and like us, they've had to defend their home and values against extremist ideologies that want to erase Western civilization itself. This alliance isn't just about foreign policy, it's about shared values, shared threats, and a shared future. From the early years of the American Republic, through the Cold War, the War on Terror, to today's cyber age, on American soil and in the Middle East, in shared intelligence rooms, to shared battlefields, to shared operating rooms, to shared space, Israelis and Americans are more alike than the extremes care to recognize.
Here's how it works, and how Israel and America have worked together. In 1948, the United States became the first country to officially recognize the State of Israel shortly after Israel declared its independence. From early on, intelligence ties were formed. In 1951, the CIA established a formal liaison channel with Israel's Mossad. Over decades, Israel gave the U.S. access to strategic intelligence that would have taken the U.S. many times more effort to develop. During the 1960s, the U.S. made one of its first major arms sales, a transaction, not free or given, to Israel. For example, in 1962, the Hawk anti-aircraft missile system, setting the stage for a stronger military alliance. In the 1960s, Israel captured Soviet-made tanks, aircraft and missiles from Arab armies and passed them to the U.S. for study. That intelligence helped the U.S. adapt its own weapons systems and survive air warfare in Vietnam. In 1973, during the Yom Kippur War, the U.S. carried out Operation Nickel Grass, a major airlift of weapons and supplies to Israel. In 1981, the U.S. and Israel signed the Strategic Cooperation Agreement to formalize defense and intelligence cooperation. In 1985, the two countries signed the United States-Israel Free Trade Agreement, the first U.S. free trade agreement with a country outside North America, highlighting their economic and technological partnership. In recent years, cyber and homeland security cooperation has grown. In June 2017, the US and Israel formed a bilateral cyber working group. In March 2022, an agreement was signed to enhance cooperation on protecting critical infrastructure, countering ransomware, and sharing advanced tech. More recently, in 2022, the US and Israel adopted a joint declaration reaffirming their unbreakable bonds based on a bedrock of shared values, and launched a high-level dialogue on technology, cyber, pandemic preparedness, and climate. After the attacks of October 7, 2023, by Hamas, U.S. intelligence provided Israel with drone surveillance, satellite imagery, and communication intercepts. Israel in turn shared critical on-the-ground data. So when we talk about how this alliance matters, it's not just diplomacy, it's real protection, real tech sharing, real battlefield and intelligence cooperation that safeguards America and its interests.
Why does all of this matter to you, to us as Americans? Because the values at stake are our values. Israel stands as one of the few nations in the Middle East that embraces democracy, freedom of speech, religious liberty, and individual rights, values at the core of America. When we lose sight of the U.S. and Israel bond, we risk weakening the wall that defends those values. Think about it. On American soil, we've enjoyed peace, freedom, and prosperity, in large part because there are allies defending freedom elsewhere, often on the front lines and in their borders. This can be threatened at any time. Israel is one of those allies who will show up when the countless of extremists that have entered our nation since 2021 decide to carry out any attack. Can we say the same about Canada, Mexico, Europe? When Israel's security collapses, American interests and American values are not only exposed, but our closest ally and backup is disabled. Our security and intelligence is intertwined beyond public understanding, and it is for a good reason. So when you see hostility toward Israel rising from the far right and the far left, it's not just a foreign issue. It's an issue of who we are. It's an issue of whether the American way of life stands for something or not. I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe America should stand with those who fight to preserve those ideals, or we will be divided, weakened, as they have done with our society, they will do with our foreign allies. And then our way of life, our beliefs will all be threatened and eventually erased by our shared enemies. That means standing with Israel, because in many ways we stand together for a future that respects freedom, protects the vulnerable, and resists the forces of tyranny and radicalism. So let's ask ourselves, when we see anti-Israel sentiment gain strength, are we just seeing protest? Or are we seeing the unraveling of our own values? Standing with Israel isn't just about foreign policy, it's choosing the side of freedom, the side of America's values, and that's a choice worth making. If you believe in liberty and our way of life, then we must speak up, stay informed, and protect the alliances that protect us. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so we can keep defending the truth unfiltered in the US of A.